mean, I wouldn't be.
Why can you guys not give me the Gen Z stare and answer the question? If we change this question to be, instead of a man, we just say black person. Black person or bear.
Point. No, I say this all the time.
If you pick the bear over a black person, do you become a racist?
I was just thinking, if a bunch of men were sitting here debating whether or not they felt, safe around women, and we're generalizing all women, we'd have a shit fit, and we'd be like, these men are so underdeveloped. But because we can just sit there and it's crazy. If you change most of the shit that we say about men, if you change the word men to any different
like a
race,
group,
ethnicity, it's no longer acceptable. But because it's men, we're just empowered, empowered queens.
It is true. Well, sexism towards men is tolerated.
It's encouraged.
They did this question in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia where they wanted to eat somebody, but they couldn't pick. They were like, are we racist if we don't eat the black guy?
But do you think that they would be racist if somebody said, I'll pick the bear over a black person?
Yeah, because black people commit more crimes in America. Yeah, you didn't like that
Were
one,
they
did you?
putting in a retainer?
I love it. Yeah,
Not the Invisalign. Not the Invisalign.
Popped my teeth in. My bad.
Casual.
They're not dentures. It's okay.
You guys just gonna sit there silently, or do you want to
I don't know,
answer
because
the
I would
question?
choose the
Oh,
black
my bad.
guy.
I thought we were going one.
I would choose the black guy.
Okay, but the question is, if somebody picked the bear over the black person, would you deem this to be like a racist position to hold?
I don't know, but I don't think that's even fair for me to answer.
Why would
she does that?
Why would it not
Because
be
you
fair
might
for
do
you to
things
answer?
that she would consider racist, but then you don't consider racist just because you're a white guy.
If
So
you looked up
you're
mental
not aware of that.
gymnastics in the dictionary, your name
won't-
would be right there.
She doesn't answer the question, but
No, it's mental gymnastics.
asking what
Because
you
your
think.
questions are not even,
They're very valid.
Oh my God.
they don't even apply.
They do.
What is your opinion?
I'm
I'm not
asking
talking to you. I'm talking to Brian.
I'm simply asking you. I don't understand why you can't answer the question.
Because I wouldn't view it that way, but
You wouldn't.
but if
you wouldn't.
depending on who you ask,
you
they're
would-
going to have a different opinion.
So you would not think it's racist.
No, I think that's a preference.
What?
Because we just said we'd rather a bear than a man.
The bear. But
I mean,
the black person.
I guess you're logically consistent.
Well, because you're still saying-
it's logically consistent.
Oh, you're not saying a black man.
But so
I don't
what
know
I would tell
what
you-
You
you're
couldn't be
trying to
logically
get at
consistent
here.
with my question. You wanted to be like, well, my sister works for social services. So why? I'm just so confused.
What does
I
that
want
have to
my
do with this
question answered.
conversation?
It has everything to do with it. Girl, I can't.
Girl,
See,
going to
all
you.
I heard was. Oh, I'm
But
sorry. Go ahead.
so the question is, if the question changes black person versus bear, do you think it would be racist for somebody to pick the bear over a black person?
I mean, technically, you said person, which means it doesn't have to be a man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Right?
is
No, but they're not picking
technically-
the black person, even though there's a chance it could be a woman.
See, you said person. I'd pick the black person.
Yeah.
I'm not asking you what you would pick. I'm saying if somebody picked the bear over the black person, would it then be racist?
Then technically, you could classify it as racist.
No, is it technically racist or is it racist?
It could technically
Okay.
be.
Wait, why are you doing that voice? What about you? You pick the bear. Do you think it would be racist for somebody to pick a bear over a black person? Get to the mic, please.
I'm just not gonna comment on that one.
Why not?
Okay, I'm okay.
Just answer the questions, guys. Come on.
Makes you sound racist.
This is getting so tiring.
It does.
Come on.
Actually, you not answering it does
Makes you
point
sound
more
racist,
towards
yeah.
you being a racist.
If you can't say
I don't
racism
understand.
bad, you might be a racist.
But I'm just like, I just don't.
Can you speak into the mic, please? Even if you're pissed off by the question,
I'm not
speak
pissed
into the
off by
microphone.
question. Okay, I just don't want to answer the question. I feel like it's kind of maybe a little racist, but
I don't even understand. Like, is racism bad? Can you answer that question?
there's racism not just in the black community. I feel like there's a lot of racism in every community, but
Okay,
Okay.
He asked if
racism
it's
bad or racism good?
Bad.
Okay.
Are we really shying away from saying racism is bad just so so we
racism
don't?
is bad.
Well,
what?
because
I think racism.
Are men that bad that we don't want to?
The reason all of them didn't want to answer the question is because the entailment then of the position is if it would be racist to pick the bear over the black person, then their position is sexist, and I assume they're against isms, they're against sexism. So you guys are sexists. It's okay. You guys are sexist against men.
Yeah, you're bigots.
I mean,
You're bigots.
Round of applause for the bigots at the table.
I think, never mind. I don't know. This question about the man bear thing is just like circling the drain. I was going to say one more thing, but.
Go ahead, say one more thing.
I just think that immediately, like, your mind jumps to, when I think of it anyways, when the whole man versus bear subject came up and became a really big thing, is like, I know everybody's going to hate me for this, but like just walking past something, automatically, selfishly, you're going to think of your own experience and what reaction you're going to have to walking past a man versus a bear.
When you walk past a man day to day, are you like,
we're not talking
"Oh my
about day to
God.
day. We're not
Oh my
talking in the
God."
middle of the city. We're not talking about all these places. We're talking about alone in the woods.
Right now, I got beat up, and this is a true story. I got my shit rocked by a black chick when I was in high school. I deserved it. I was being a bitch. I deserved it. Okay, but
Were you
now
being racist? 'Cause
no,
then, yeah.
no, girl, no. I was just being a bitch. So now, if our experiences are a good excuse, is it okay for me to be like, well, I prefer not to be around black people?
I don't prefer
Or should
not
I
to be
use
around
my
men.
brain and
No,
but
that's
you do.
that's the same
you just
thing.
pick the bear,
It's the
meaning you're
same-
preferring
it's
not
the
to be
exact
around
same
men.
thing.
I didn't say I prefer not to be around men.
Oh my god, I need a minute. This is
Take
crazy.
one, please.
My brain is hurting.
I guess the idea here is because a lot of you will cite to, well, there's certain statistics, and you'll cite to, well, your own experiences, which are valid. Like I'm not doubting that you've had negative experiences with men. But then when it becomes this sort of creating a social stigma and saying men are this, and then it opens the door for you to remain logically consistent. If you're able to say, because of my past experiences, I have justification for my generalized negative attitudes towards men. In order to remain consistent, if somebody has had a negative experience with a black person, that would then be justification and pretext for racism towards black people.
But me saying that I would rather walk past a bear in the woods doesn't change the way I am acting towards or interacting with men in my day-to-day life. I don't flinch every time I walk past a man. I would smile and wave if I walked past a random guy in the woods.
Right, but having go ahead, Kate.
Well, then why would you be worried and not pick the random man? If it's most
I'm just
likely
saying in
that
the
it's gonna
back
be
of
fine.
my mind, I'm automatically going to be thinking, okay, did he keep going down the trail? Is he far enough away? Is he going to turn around? Is he going to start following me? Is that a trauma response?
I'm gonna
Sure.
think that's about the bear.
Earlier,
See, and I don't think that about wildlife. I
I'm
just
sorry, but earlier weren't both of you guys saying not all women? Don't generalize all women. And what you're doing right now is
generalizing
generalizing
all
that
men.
all men have the ability to cause harm to all women.
I mean, all
Well,
anyone can cause harm to any
not
other
all
person.
women,
What do you mean?
but it's all men.
A bear's gonna rip you apart.
I think, to appeal to an earlier chatter, I think what another chat said, especially given your context and your background, obviously we don't know everybody's trauma here. So that's something that you emotionally kind of viscerally align with immediately when you come into such a drastic but blatantly logical
And this is
question
why
like this.
men don't want
Obviously you
women in
really
government.
should not be around bears. I think that's the logical conclusion immediately.
Yes, I'm like, I just answered the question.
But I just want to be clear. So for you three, would you be okay with somebody who's had a bad experience with a black person having prejudgments?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
happened.
Was it you?
No. Nothing happened.
We're good?
Yes.
Good? Okay. Can somebody jumpstart where I was?
Black people,
Yeah.
racism.
Oh, okay. I got it. So, somebody has a bad experience with a black person. They then use that as justification for generalized racism towards black people. You guys, I believe it's an entailment of your logical position that you would be okay with that racism so long as this individual had a prior bad experience with a black person.
I mean, I wouldn't be.
Why can you guys not give me the fucking Gen Z stare and fucking answer the fucking question? Holy
It's not
fuck.
that. It's a matter of you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because at the same time, what you're describing, like that's a trauma response. Like that's not even.
Okay. But so is it racist? Is it bad?
Okay. But for instance, just because I've had trauma involving men doesn't mean that I'm now like lesbian and only want to be with women. I'm still seeing men. I still love men. I still love pleasing men. Like I'm still going to feel that way towards it. However, am I going to have that trauma response because I have had bad experiences? Yes, but I don't have to treat all men like that because I know it's not all men. But I am saying men have that ability and men are biologically stronger than us, especially in their upper body. That's just a fact. So no, we don't.
Look,
your question doesn't apply to me.
Trauma.
I was responding to him, not you.
I see people use trauma a lot, and trauma, although it's not our fault, it becomes our responsibility.
You have to heal from your trauma.
It is. It's not our fault, and it sucks, but it becomes our responsibility. And if we don't take responsibility for our trauma, again, not our fault, but it's our lives. If we don't, we're going to go around this world hurting people, dehumanizing them, devaluing them, stigmatizing them, and fear-mongering them. Whether you're black, whether you're brown, whether you're a gypsy, whether you're white, whether a man, a woman, whatever. So you can't use like, oh, well, it's kind of okay because of trauma. No.
Like, it's the same thing as I have bipolar 1. If I decide to just stop taking my medication, I will become a terrible person who just doesn't even think properly about how I'm treating other people. It is my duty to take my medication to make sure that I don't affect other people in that bad way.
Right. Same with BPD.
Same with BPD, yes.
Comes from trauma.
And a lot of people think it's manic pixie dream girl shit, and it's very annoying.
Some aesthetic, yeah.
A lot of the girls in the industry have, I think I wrote that in one of the notes. I said, talk about it on a later date, but BPD in the sex industry and why it's so prevalent.
Sure. I guess finishing off on this, if we say that it's understandable or even acceptable for women to harbor resentment or express prejudice against men because of negative past experiences, by that same logic, we'd have to accept that someone who had a bad experience with a black person is justified in being racist. And most of us here would rightly reject that. But when it comes to these prejudices or bigotry towards men, there seems to be quite a bit of hand waving when it comes to that.